Mic check. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Testing. We will be live momentarily. Beginning. This is an audio check for the FFA Awards Banquet 2020. We'll be live momentarily. On that. We're good.
my goodness, Mr. Allen, we have to walk up to this mic. Yeah.
As we do our parts.
Yes. Because of the live stream. We probably could hold you guys though.
So when I say Madam Vice President, if I step back and you step up, and we just keep going back and forth.
Yes. You guys will probably like both be standing here.
Okay.
And I'll just be, I don't know, my plan was to take Caleb's seat during that. Hey, are we still taking pictures at the end? Do you have any further business at the end? And I say, I do. Please meet us and then take pictures.
No, we don't. No, people can do those voluntarily.
Huh?
People do those voluntarily.
Okay, well,
Because, yeah, we don't have a backdrop or anything, so it's not.
So just don't, I have none, Mr. President?
No, say like, a chapter, like, to give a formal thank you to everybody. Tons of. Yeah, I'm calling it even 60. What do you think?
Wait, I would say, so I say I do have further business? What would be up here?
I guess. Yeah, hey, Delaney. She's not gonna say she has any further business. She's just gonna say I have any further.
Well, you're...
Because we don't have any further, like, people can get in the way voluntarily.
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
We're a bunch of middle-class.
Make sure that your guys' chairs are pulled out enough while you're sitting to where you don't have to scoot back as you stand up.
Yeah, I'm doing. No, we gotta, after she puts the guy.
The banquet hall will come to order. We are now holding the 53rd Annual Awards Ceremony of the South Newton FFA Chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It's my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining orders.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisors.
For the final time, here by the owl.
Why station by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored symbol of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I was asked to advise you from time to time as a need arises. I hope that I always advise you. I hope that my advice was based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you have a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we will be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Will the Secretary call the roll of members?
I am pleased to announce that there are 68 members and guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare this meeting of the South Newton FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Hello and welcome to the South Newton FFA Awards Ceremony. Before we begin ceremonies, we would like to take a moment to recognize our donors throughout this past year. Nothing we do would be possible without their support. Please join me in giving a round of applause for our donors. Also, before we start, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of the school board members and administration that are with us here today and watching online. It is now time to present the honorary FFA degree. It is always a pleasure to receive the honorary members into the FFA. The purpose of this ceremony is to recognize from time to time the efforts of others made on our behalf. Mr. Secretary, would you please read the section of the Constitution on honorary FFA membership?
Honorary membership. Farmers, school superintendents, principals, members of boards of education, business people, and others who are helping to advance agricultural education and the FFA, and who have rendered outstanding service, may be elected to honorary membership by majority voted of the members present at any regular meeting or convention.
Thank you, Alex. Would Alan Washburn and the parents of Kyle Weiss and Patrick Cobb please join us on the stage along with Kyle and Patrick?
Mr. Alan Washburn. Mr. Washburn has many years of involvement with agriculture and South Newton FFA, from training and working with various members, state officers, and even acclaimed speakers, to giving a great deal of time, vitality, and money. He has certainly earned his place in our chapter's honorary membership. Mr. Washburn has the most captivating voice you will ever hear, and I, for one, can only hope to accomplish. For myself, I can affirm gladly that his tutoring, his knowledge into speaking, and his commitment to assist members with succeeding is unmatched. Thank you for all that you have done for me, our chapter, and our community. Mr. Alan Washburn.
I would like to show my appreciation to my parents for their continued support of not just me, but the South Newton FFA chapter. Dad, thank you for teaching me everything that I know about agriculture and making me grow fond of it. Mom, without you, I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you for all the rides and making sure every soils trip went smoothly. Without you guys, I would not be where I am today.
I would like to extend my thanks to both my parents here for all the drives to soils judging, all the pressed shirts and pants that they so graciously did for me, and for the generous donations to the chapter. Thank you.
We thank you for all of your support you have given us. It is with honor we present you the honorary chapter FFA degree. Will the recipients please remain on the stage? And will the officers please stand and take their places behind me?
I welcome you as friends of the FFA. It is my privilege as Sentinel to extend to each of you a symbolic hand clasp of friendship and brotherhood.
As reporter, we are pleased to inform you that the FFA is a national youth organization whose purpose is to develop agricultural leaders. Welcome to membership.
Your contribution as a useful citizen in our democracy serves as an example for our members to follow. As treasurer, I welcome you into our organization.
The FFA needs counsel and guidance from recognized leaders. It is my pleasure as secretary to add your names to our roll of honorary members.
As Vice President, I welcome you to the FFA. I would inform you that our members learn to appreciate the dignity of labor. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much.
On behalf of every member, I wish to say we are proud to have you as honorary members. May this affiliation prove valuable to all. I impress upon you that we look to you for counsel and guidance. It is because of the great respect we have for you that you have been elected to honorary membership. May we always cooperate for the benefit of all. I will now confer upon you honorary membership in the South Newton FFA chapter and present you with the token of membership. Congratulations on receiving your honorary degree. You may now be seated. At this time, we will display all of the CDE and LDE events our chapter has participated in throughout the year. If you can please direct your eyes to the screen. Members, as you see your name on the slide, please stand for recognition. Congratulations to all CDE and LDE winners. Congratulations to all. Let's give all, we already did that. I would now like to invite our chapter reporter, Ashanti Snodgrass, to the podium to award our middle school members with their award packets.
Thank you, Delaney. This year's middle schoolers have had many accomplishments over the years. It is so exciting to see young members excited and passionate about the FFA. Members, after you receive your packet, please stand and wait on the stage for pictures. We are going to start with 7th graders. Please hold applause until all members are called. List of 7th graders. Liberty Cragen, Aaliyah Cruz, Aiden Maddox, Abigail Maxwell. Now for our 8th grade. Now for our 8th graders. Stephanie Berenda, Peyton Brown, Ureli Gomez, Abigail Hamilton, Haley Hoskins, Jesse Nance, Kaylin Oliver, Addison Standish, Michelle Torres, Brett Vanderwall, Josie Vogt, Mackenzie Watson, and Shelby Warren. Congratulations. I'm beyond proud of each and every one of you. I will now turn it over to our chapter treasurer, Andrew Kindig.
Thank you, Ashanti. We'll now start awarding our high school members. First up are the freshmen. Connor Carlson, Drake Carlson, Trinity Cragen, Hayden Davidson, Delaney Farmer, Aubrey Florian, Lizzie Glassburn, Savannah Gonzi, Victoria Henriquez Gonzalez, Logan Coleman, Hayden LaFletch, Zolfko McElroy, Jessica Poland, Johanna Strasburger, Lex Tebow, Daniel Tordai, and Jordan Wirtz. Yeah, you may be seated. I'm excited to see all of you continue your FFA career throughout high school. Please welcome our chapter vice president, Kayla Florian, to the stand to continue the awards.
Thank you, Andrew. We will next like to award our sophomore members. Logan Fawcett, Gonzalo Hernandez Reyes, Alex Kindig, Emma Krug, Eli Sammons, Logan Shanley, Andrew Smart, and Haley Stone. You have all accomplished so much this early in your FFA career. Our chapter is thrilled to have another 2 years with you. I now would like to welcome our chapter secretary, Alex Kindig, to continue awards. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kayla. It is my pleasure to read the names of our junior members who are being awarded tonight. What's up, guys? Kayla Florian, Andrew Kindig, Delaney Smith, and Ashanti Snodgrass. Our chapter is blessed to have each one of you as a member, obviously. You are going to be completing your final year of FFA next year, and I hope you take full advantage of it. Madam President, will you please finish the awards?
Thank you, Alex. For the last time, we would like to recognize our senior FFA members: Hayden Berenda, Patrick Cobb, Timmy Hernandez, Kyle Weiss, You have both done so much for our chapter, and we're going to miss you this year. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our members. It is now time to sit back and enjoy a year in review slideshow prepared by Johannes Strasberger.
If anybody's gonna get a drunk tattooing on it, if anybody's got 4 cinder blocks with the fixer-upper sitting up on it, if anybody's got a buzzing side door speaker, 'cause Chattahoochee done blown it, and the only thing that they don't give is a damn. It's y'all people talking with a long draw, people, bucket on the wall, people, y'all people make a stranger feel right at home, pour 'em up tall, people, come one, come all, people, if I'm gonna drink one, smoke one, tie one on, with anybody under the sun, come on, it's y'all people. If there's anybody I want out on the road when I break down, if anybody's got a string of Christmas lights that they don't take down, need a hand, need a shovel, need a ride on the double, don't take but a minute, they're way down. If there's anybody I wish there was just a few more of, it's y'all people, talking with a long draw, people, bucket on the wall, people, y'all people make a stranger feel right at home, pour 'em up tall, people, come one, come all, people, if I'm gonna drink one, smoke one, tie one on, with anybody under the sun, come on, it's y'all people. Talking about y'all people, football in the fall, people, we grew up on McGraw, people, y'all people, yeah. That's right, it's y'all people, talking generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to a farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn, lined up behind me like a big parade. Of late to work, road rage, jerk shouting obscene words, flipping me the bird. Well, you may be on a state paid road, but that blacktop runs through my payload. Excuse me for trying to do my job, but this year ain't been no bumper crowd. If you don't like the way I'm driving, get back on the interstate. Otherwise, sit tight and be nice and quit your honking at me that way. I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to a farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. That's what I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. Well, I know you got your own deadlines, but cussing at me won't save you no time, hoss. This big wheel wide load ain't going any faster, so just smile and wave and tip your hat to the man up on the tractor. I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to a farmer's daughter. I got 2 boys in the county 4-H. I'm a lifetime sponsor of the FFA. That's what I make a lot of hay for a little pay. But I'm proud to say I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
When the dogwoods start to bloom and the crickets hum their tune, that's usually about the time that I feel most alive. But the news has all been bad, and the whole world seems so sad. I ain't had much else going on, so I sat down and wrote this song. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. It's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dark. my dad, miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. Well, it's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes, but there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. Well, it's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes, but there'll be crowds and there'll be shows, and there will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart. There will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart.
It is now time to recognize the best of the best within our chapter. It's time to announce the 2019-2020 Southern FFA Stars. Being a star means that the member was exceedingly dedicated in their field and shows that they not only put forth effort but also produce results. The results of the stars are completely confidential, and even the officer team is unaware of the winners. So, without further ado, I would like to give the podium to Mr. Armbruster and Miss Ott so they can do the honors of announcing our stars. Following the stars, the advisors will also recognize our senior FFA members. They will be announcing the Golden Fence Post Award winner.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to start us off with the Discovery Star winner for this year. This student has various livestock and garden SAE projects. This student works with a variety of species, including cattle and sheep, and works in the field, and recently was allowed to run some equipment during plant and harvest with some guidance from her parents. This individual has started their own pumpkin patch and participates in soils, crops, district meeting, floriculture, and district leadership events. Would Stephanie Berenda join us on stage as our Discovery winner?
Next, we're going to talk about the Star Green Hand. And the Star Green Hand is a lot like the Star Discovery, where it's grade level dependent. But the Star Green Hand is a first-year member or a freshman. So this freshman raises beef cattle on their family farm. She has competed in floriculture just this past year. She also helps at Frontiersman, helping in the office, running paperwork and reports for the seed sales that are going on. This student also built our website. Wouldn't say she did it all, but she did a good majority of it this past year. And the one thing I appreciate about her is that she's always willing to help. I remember this one time I was kind of frantically trying to get all of our fruit sales orders in, and she wasn't doing anything after school. She walked in and said, "Hey, do you need any help?" And she helped me run the totals and double check numbers before sending them off to the company to do the fruit sales. So would Johanna Strasburger please come on stage?
So next we have the Star Farmer. So this student works on their family farm, raising livestock and crops as well. He plants in the spring and maintains the equipment for their family farm. He assists with his brother with a sweet corn business and as well as their local corn maze. He also competes in forestry, soils, parliamentary procedure, as well as district leadership events. Would Andrew Kindig accept his award?
The last star we're going to give today is the star placement. So the star placement is an award category where you work unpaid or paid with some type of company, business, or program. So this individual started out wanting to raise a garden, but she and her partner did not have a tiller, so they graciously asked me to bring a tiller from the school, and unfortunately, I ended up having to till the entire garden for them because, for one, they had no idea how to run the tiller, and the tiller weighed more than they did. So I spent 2 hours working with them, getting their garden ready, and they blessed me with a pumpkin at the end of the season. But that student did grow her SAE into working at the greenhouse, propagating our plants, selling our plants at farmers markets, helping me when I have, when I go places and I can't come back and water the greenhouse. She is responsible enough that she has a key to the greenhouse and that she can come in on the weekends or when she needs to water and take care of the plants or to get plants to take to the farmer's market and sell. She just recently got placed on the national level for the nursery operations proficiency. So Delaney, I know you know who it is, so if you want to just stand over there. But the national silver placing level for a proficiency, it's one of the first ones we've had in a long time from our chapter. Make it to this national level and place so well. She's actually the first one I've ever had from a proficiency standpoint make it to the national level and actually place. So Delaney has done a lot to grow her placement, working both unpaid and paid and unpaid, depending on what she's doing in the greenhouse. Congratulations, Delaney. Now, this next one is a surprise. It's not in the script and it's not in the slideshow, but I would like for Alex to take the stage. As most of you guys would know, that Alex competed at the National Creed Speaking event at National Convention in October, and that was, it's kind of hard to believe it was almost a year ago, Alex, that we were practicing for it, and you're getting ready to compete. So Alex, when you head over there. So he is probably from what I can tell from the history, and I've talked to Frishy, and I've talked to Story and a few other ag teachers, he's probably one of the very first students that we've ever had go to finals hall and speak, give a speech live during national convention, and then place first runner-up at the national convention. So I'm going to give him a plaque with pictures. He's able to pick what picture he wants to go into the plaque, and it's just to honor his achievement at National Creed and everything that he did for himself and to help support the chapter along the last 2.5, 3 years that we were working on the Creed. So congratulations, Alex. would the two seniors come up on stage? Now from the list above, if I'm correct, right, Johanna? The list above does have a lot of senior names on there. We moved it to a Saturday to hopefully get some of the seniors that competed in competitions throughout the year to come back, and Kyle and Patrick both came back. One thing that I would like them to do, and this is a little on the spot for them, but I want them to tell the members maybe one of their favorite memories, something that they learned from the FFA and what made them want to come back as freshmen in college. So boys, it's your turn at the mic.
My favorite, I guess, memory from FFA was when the Soils team got to go to nationals. I wasn't part of the teams that made it there, but I got to tag along, so that was pretty fun. What I learned from FFA was, I guess, working as a group to do something better than you couldn't, like with the milkshakes or whatever we would do year round.
Oh boy. I'd probably have to agree with Patrick. National Soils was my favorite time in FFA. But I mean, any Soils trip was fun. State Soils, everything. And one thing I learned in FFA was leadership and just compete in everything you can. Try everything out. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep doing it. And yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to tell this story as good as Mr. Allen. So the Golden Fence Post started many years ago when a student accidentally ran a tractor into the fence rows around the test plot. That following Banquet, they gave the Golden Fence Post Award, and a lot of the adults in here that have been part of the chapter, maybe your name is on in the Golden Fence Post. Usually Golden Fence Post is given kind of as a humor of something that's funny or something that happened throughout the year that had maybe good intentions and did not end very well for either the people involved or the building. So there's two individuals that should come up on stage. It's going to be Logan Fawcett and Patrick Kopp. So some years it's hard to pick this, and maybe that's a good thing because that means the kids haven't done something bad or done something that a teenage boy or girl would do that would cause us to maybe give them this award. So I'm going to start with Patrick because he's oldest. So Patrick worked in the greenhouse through Horticulture 1 and 2, and in Horticulture 2, they start to kind of manage the greenhouse and they kind of manage the groups. They act as kind of a leader of the class because they've already been in the class 1 year and they were just doing odds and ends for me or running different projects. Well, this is going back to Patrick's first year in horticulture, and it was his day to water. We were doing some stuff in class, so I said, hey, Patrick, go out and water and make sure you turn off the water. Well, Patrick comes in like 10 minutes, and it takes half an hour to water the greenhouse if you're trying to go fast. And it's like 10 minutes, Patrick's back in there. Like, Patrick, did you water the greenhouse? Oh, yeah, Mr. Arbush, I watered the greenhouse. Hey, Patrick, did you shut the water off? Yeah, Mr. Arbush, I shut the water off. Well, we had a late parlay practice or something, so it was like 7 o'clock, and I don't know what made me go to the greenhouse, but I went to the greenhouse. And the greenhouse has a huge drain in the middle of it. We could have swam in the greenhouse. The water was coming up to the main door, so he didn't shut the water off, unfortunately, and that would be okay, but our hose decided to break that exact same time, and it popped and the water was running. I don't know how many gallons of water that he wasted that day, but the water was running, the drain stopped working, and the water was up to the doors of the greenhouse, probably 6 inches above the drain at the middle of the greenhouse. So, of course, next to class, I was like, Patrick, shut the water off? He goes, oh, yeah, I did. It's like, no, you didn't, because we could have swam in the greenhouse. So now Patrick got better in horticulture, too. I could typically trust him and Wyatt out in the greenhouse to get stuff done. But for his first year, he was kind of a handful in the greenhouse. Now, Logan Fawcett, it was this past school year. We have had a slight hydraulic leak on the tractor for a while, and my first hour class, my senior level class that Patrick was actually part of this past year, they were trying to fix it. So they had the hydraulics all taken apart, and they were changing out the couplers, trying to figure out where the leak in the line was. Well, Logan was in one of the other shop classes, and he had to move the tractor for some reason. I think he was trying to get into the paint booth. So he moves the tractor, but he doesn't check that anything around the tractor, maybe do a safety check to see if everything's good on the tractor, because we had all the hydraulic hoses disconnected and the couplers off. So he tries to lift the bucket, and when he lifts the bucket, hydraulic oil shoots across the shop and just goes everywhere. Now, Logan learned hopefully a valuable lesson on that he should probably check his equipment first. Yeah, right. We made some jokes that maybe somebody's truck should have been in the shop when it happened and all that, but I mean, we lost a lot of hydraulic oil that day. A lot of hydraulic oil. So if we can get a slight drum roll for who gets the golden fence post. Patrick Cobb. So Patrick gets to write his name on the newer golden fence post because the older one is, I think, pretty filled up. So Patrick, we'll get you a Sharpie at the end of Banquet, and you can write your name and the year on it. Congratulations, guys.
It's no secret that this past year has been chaotic. With all of this chaos going on, we wanted to be sure that recognition is given where needed. With that being said, we would like to commemorate all that Mr. Allen has done in his years at South Newton as an advisor and a teacher. We are grateful for you. If you could all turn your attention to the screen to watch a video that we have prepared for him.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Gehring, and I graduated from South Newton in 2019.
Dave Florian, graduated in 2019.
I'm Kayla Florian, and I'm graduating next year, the year of 2021.
I am Aubrey Florian, graduating 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Allen, for so many years of teaching the Glassburn children how to love agriculture.
Hey Mr. Allen, it's Cheyenne, and I hope you're getting excited to enjoy retirement.
Hey Mr. Allen, it's Logan Fawcett.
Mr. Allen, it's your wife Paige, and I was wanted to participate a little bit in this brief video and giving you some kudos.
I'm Delaney from the class of 2021.
Mr. Allen, Big 6-0 and retiring. You're a lucky man.
Hi, my name's Dan Raridan. I'm a 1988 graduate of South Newton, 4-year member of FFA.
I'm Irma Cruz, and I'm in the graduating class of 2024.
Hey, Mr. Allen, Andy from Universal Technical Institute.
Congratulations on your retirement, Mr. Allen.
I am Scott Floodplain Shedrow, and I have the honor and privilege of being one of Mr. Allen's former students and FFA soil judgers. Now you may be asking, where did I get the unique nickname Floodplain? Well, to keep a long story short, let me just say it was not one of my best moments in the soil judging pits, and Mr. Allen never let me forget it.
While he only taught one of my classes in high school, you could often find me in or around his room. I was a pretty big FFA kid. I was involved in a lot of different events, and Mr. Allen was my coach for most of those things.
The year was 1983-84, I believe. You came to us fresh out of college, and you were just 4 or 5 years our elder as seniors in high school.
You've taught not just me, but hundreds of other kids. what they would be using in their future.
Mr. Allen also motivated me to continue to do better, to be better, to other just things along that line.
He was a very good mentor and friend. I really appreciated his help on all of my public speaking and just allowing me to become a better leader.
I'm so proud to be your wife. I'm proud of all of the things that you've done over the years, all of the kids that you've impacted by the time you've spent with them. I know that you have loved every minute of it, and I know that you will miss it.
Mr. Allen is the reason I ever joined FFA in the first place. He's the one who pushed me to run for office in the first place, and it's safe to say that he's never not let a student realize their full potential in FFA and in life in general.
You've always been a faithful man, always been respectful and a good friend. And
Mr. Allen encouraged me to join the crops judging team, and I'm grateful for him.
I'm a firm believer that after spending so much time with Mr. Allen that you can't leave his room without a smile on your face. He is one of the biggest personalities at South Newton.
But I would say the biggest impact had to be on Cheyenne. You know, you spent a lot of time with her public speaking, always encouraged her to hone that skill, to do better. Took her on to win a state contest one year, or when she ran for state office, how I could tell the respect that she had for you when she asked you to be the one to go back behind stage and open the letter with her.
Throughout those 7 years, Mr. Allen had a big impact on my FFA career, on my academic life, and just my personal life in general.
I think you have been blessed with all of the opportunities that you have given our students to be successful, to be an encouragement in a time when they needed to be pushed, to be someone that praised them when they needed to be praised, and maybe even someone who might have criticized their work and asked, is that the best you can do?
I'm used to coming into your classroom about once a year for the past several years, and you always had a smile on your face, so I knew you really enjoyed your job and had a great influence on all the students that had come through South Newton.
A memory that I'll always cherish in Mr. Allen. So this was the night that I was going to open the letter to see if I was on slate for state FFA office. Me and Mr. Allen walked down the hall and around the corner, and before I opened the letter, he said a prayer to me. He said a prayer for me, a prayer for the other members running who were going to open the letter, and in that moment, it was just me and him praying together for that short minute or two. And it really affected me because I was more emotional about that because it was kind of going to be our last moment as advisor and student. And I said out loud, reporter, and he started crying and we hugged, and then we walked back around the corner and told my parents and Grace the news.
You've taught us from how to judge soil, or how to properly run a business meeting with Parley, or how to weld.
He was the first advisor I met, the first coach I met. He was basically the first adult that I met to be involved with FFA.
I would definitely say that if I needed somewhere to turn and go to, I could come to your room anytime and you'd be there. So thank you for that.
He sent me home and I wrote out this speech. Now when I brought it back, I was expecting him to just kind of look at it and say, oh, great job, 7th grade, this is a very good speech. This was the moment I gained a lot of respect for Mr. Allen. He read it, he looked at me, and he said, Cheyenne, this is honestly horrible. And he picked up his red pen and just started marking up this speech. And at the end of the day, I had this amazing speech that I was confident to give. Now, I continued doing this contest throughout the years and kind of needed less and less help from Mr. Allen, but that was only because of how much help he did give me. And I am definitely never going to forget that impact.
Some of my favorite memories with you, Mr. Allen, it's pretty impossible to nail down just one. Since I've met you, it's been a pretty fun and wild time, from state soils down in Vincennes to running around the test plot with hard hats on, why did you not take those away from us?
Somewhere floating around this house is a picture of you with your big ol' afro. sitting in a hotel room in Kansas City.
There was an opportunity to share some funny stories. Well, I have a lot of them, but I don't sure I want to make them public.
One thing that I remember Mom telling about is maybe I learned from you, Daryl, was how not to treat a lady. Now, let me elaborate on that, because that's not as bad as it sounds. I just remember my mother talking about when the chapter would go out to meals of an evening, as we always did in those days. When the convention was held in Kansas City, and she said there was young Daryl. He was young, single, fresh out of college. He'd just boom right through a door, wouldn't hold it open for nobody, and away it went. So, Daryl, I guess you taught me not how to treat a lady back then when I was younger. So,
one of my personal favorites is whenever he tells people that he graduated first in his class. Now, that doesn't sound like a joke, but whenever you think about his last name, it starts with an A. So, yeah, he graduated first class.
You want to know why there's a fence around graveyards? Because people are dying to get in.
As we're driving along around the countryside going to visit different families, and we'll be driving along, and all of a sudden I get floodplain.
You want to know how a train just went by? It left its tracks.
Sup, Paige? You know, whenever the people that live in that house move out, the house is going to be priceless. You know why? And it's because their last name is Price.
It's Mr. Allen's like little catchphrase, I guess you could say, of when he would answer his wife's phone call, and it's him just literally saying, "Sup, Paige."
It started ringing and the caller ID said Paige. So me, I answered the phone, of course, with the phrase we all know, "Sup, Paige?" And she was caught off guard. She's like, "Who is this?" I said, "Oh, it's Cheyenne." And we had met before. And she's like, "Oh, how are you?" And we talked about the contest. We talked about the whole day. And then he got back on the bus. I handed him the phone, and she basically said, "Well, Cheyenne kind of told me everything about your day already."
Did you hear the thing about diarrhea? It runs in your genes.
You leaned back and said, "Fawcett, how many people do you think are dead in that cemetery?" I said, I looked over and I said, probably a couple thousand. And you look up in the mirror and you say, "Well, hopefully all of them." And
Thank you for being there. Through all my years of having you in class and FFA.
Thank you for being a friend and someone that I could always go to for advice.
And thank you for encouraging me to try new things.
Alan, thank you for changing the lives of me and everyone around me and everyone that has came through your door throughout your years of teaching at South Newton.
Mr. Allen, thank you for always being someone that I can trust to give me true, honest feedback, or being someone that I can call and talk to about life and anything in general.
I wish in your retirement you find more time to work on the farm and you spend more time with Paige.
Along with that, I hope you enjoy all of your wonderful trips around the world, take lots of pictures, and enjoy all of the little things.
Mr. Allen, I hope you get to have the retirement that you have always dreamed of.
I hope your retirement is filled with farming and spending time with your grandkids who you never stopped talking about these past few years.
I wish you well in retirement.
And I wanted to say thank you to Daryl Allen for all the work he's done over the years. You're a big inspiration to me in my youth, getting me involved in the contests, etc. We learned a lot and had fun. So thank you and good luck with your future, sir.
Have a great retirement and continue to stay in touch with us. Congratulations. Have a great.
I'm sure there are many things that you are planning on doing. You may buy a tractor or two and restore them. You may expand your farm acreage. You may continue to travel, and all those are great things. But I can only say that one of the main things that you're going to experience is a whole new panorama of opportunities. But the main thing I want to say is I'm looking forward to your future in your retirement.
I know that you and I will continue to make amazing memories. And I know that the kids and the young adults and the people that you have impacted over the years really are grateful for all that you have done. I love you so much. I hope you're looking forward to retirement and all the farming and honeydew things I have.
Congratulations on your retirement, Mr. Allen. You sure have earned it.
So best of luck to you. you and Paige have a wonderful retirement together, and we just wish you the best.
We're very thankful for you and all the time that you put in and all of the floodplains that you've scouted out for us and all the soils trips.
I hope you enjoy your retirement and enjoy traveling the country and the world with Paige, because you deserve this next chapter in your life.
I'll give you a little piece of advice right now. If you have any money in paychecks, go cash them and go buy the farm ground in cash. That way Paige has no record of you buying the farm ground.
I can't help but think of you every time I hear Amarillo by Morning by George Strait on the radio. I remember a lot of our wonderful memories we've had together. Congrats again, and remember, when your soil texture is medium over medium, there's a good chance your landform is a floodplain. All the best, and good luck.
A quick memory that I wanted to share of Mr. Allen, just really quick, was whenever we were at our chapter camp out a couple years ago, and Mr. Allen actually got a Golden Fence Post Award that year for breaking a huge glass container of barbecue sauce in the tractor bucket. Mr. Allen, we are all so grateful for everything that you've taught us over these past years. We will never forget all of the time that you spent with us and just how much you care. Thank you. Mr. Armbruster and Miss Ott will now recognize the retiring officer team.
Well, would the retiring officers please walk over to the stage? That would be Sentinel Wyatt Raffon, who could not make it tonight, Reporter Shanti Snodgrass, Treasurer Andrew Kindig, Secretary Alex Kindig, Vice President Kayla Florian, President Delaney Smith. So their officer year definitely started off normal. But it definitely did not end on a normal year for any of us and for themselves. The one thing I can say about this team is they did what they could, and they tried new things to try to interact with the members or to at least keep the chapter functioning, whether it was a new idea, a new way of doing something with state convention to try to get members outreached and stuff like that. So some of them are coming back and will be officers again, and some are moving on to bigger and better things. But you guys have impacted the South Newton FFA in your year of service, and I, as an advisor, and Ms. Ott, just meeting you, and Mr. Allen could not be more happy for everything that you guys have accomplished throughout this year. Congratulations, guys.
We will now move on to the induction of the new chapter officer team. I will read the names of the slated individuals as they were passed at our last meeting. Will the candidates please come to the stage and stand behind their new station to begin the induction? President Alex Kindig. Vice President Delaney Smith. Secretary Ashanti Snodgrass. Treasurer Logan Fawcett. Reporter Johanna Strasburger. Sentinel Lizzie Glassburn. Student Advisor Kayla Florian. And Student Council Representative Haley Stone. Alex, As president-elect, you have been selected by your fellow members to be the leader of our chapter for the upcoming year. You are therefore responsible for guiding our chapter in all of its worthy undertakings. You may work intelligently and seriously to fulfill the responsibilities of your office.
Delaney, as Vice President-elect, your record of accomplishments indicate you have those qualities of leadership which we should all possess. You are to assist the President in directing the work of our chapter, preside over meetings in the absence, and keep all committees working efficiently.
Ashanti, as Secretary-elect, you have been chosen to keep accurate minutes of our meetings and to carry on the chapter correspondence. You should provide the chapter with the order of business and committee assignments for each meeting. You will also keep a list of members, a record of degrees awarded, and have custody of the Constitution and bylaws.
Rusty, as treasurer-elect, you have been placed in a position of trust. Your duties require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements, and to provide regular financial reports. It is also your responsibility to assist in developing the chapter budget and maintaining sound financial practices.
Johanna, as reporter-elect, your duty is to inform the public about the FFA. You're expected to work closely with the news media, including state and national publications. You should keep a record of photographs and articles written concerning the FFA and its members and be responsible for compiling our FFA history. Congratulations.
Lizzie, as Sentinel-elect, your duties include welcoming our friends, caring for the meeting rooms and FFA equipment, and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is your duty to assist in conduct meetings and ceremonies.
Kayla, as student advisor-elect, your duties include watching over the Discovery members at all times and setting good examples for them. Congratulations. Haley, as student council representative, your duties include reporting back on student council meetings and making sure that we always know what is going on throughout the school. Congratulations. Would Mr. Armbruster please come to the mic?
So it reads Army in the script, just to let you guys know. It is an honor to be an officer in the FFA. From time to time during this year, you may encounter difficult problems, but throughout cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you will succeed and the FFA will prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of your offices, and will you do your best to uphold the ideals of the principles of the FFA? If so, answer, we do. We do. I now declare each of you properly and duly installed in the respective office to which you were elected. May your year of service be marked by integrity, dedication, and cooperative spirit. Seek harmony among your fellow officers. Set high standards of leadership for all chapter members. Retiring officers, will you please escort your newly installed officers to their stations?
Okay. I would like to thank everyone for coming to congratulate all the winners, celebrate the chapter's achievements, and welcome the new officer team. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Mr. President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the South Newton FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag, located at the reporter station. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this meeting adjourned. All of them? Okay, cool.